Hey guys, welcome to Rohit FPV. Well, today we are going to make the new copter which has about the Raystar motors and BL Heli S ESCs which are also from Raystar. The LT210 frame which already I have from my previous copter. Like it's a new frame but it's the same frame. And Hub OSD which is new and F3 racer. I will just show you all the parts so that you get to know which parts I'm using and like what are the specs. I will be mentioning the specs. I will be like, this video will be a long video because I will be explaining what it is, and basically it will be for the beginners, whoever is entering the hobby or whatever it is like. So guys, starting with the build, these are the motors which are from Raystar and these are about 2205 2300 kV. These are clockwise and anti-clockwise motors. Well, this is the frame which we are going to use. This is the same frame as my previous copter. This is the LT210 frame. So yeah, we'll be using this frame. These are the ESCs that we are using. These are BL Heli S ESCs from Raystar again, and this is the F3 flight controller. Well, we are using a D4R for this copter, and this is the receiver for the copter. It supports DJT and XJT, I suppose. The PDB that we are using is the Hub OSD, so this will be giving me telemetry too. Let's see FPV OSD. The telemetry data from flight controller goes to the Hub OSD, so it has the OSD too. This is the camera, FPV camera that we are using. It's not cleaned, I know. I will be cleaning it and putting it on the copter. Well, I hope I finish the build by night today. I have started this at like 9 o'clock and let's see when we finish. So let's move forward with the build. So guys, this is the motors. These are the motors. Well, we'll be opening them. Okay, so we have got a bubble wrap and it's packed nicely. So we have a polythene bag and it will be same in all the four motors, I suppose. Well, we have a nice packing over here and we have got this is the prop mount nut for them and these are the motor mounts for the frame. Let's see which screws I can fit it on this motor. These motors seem to be good. We'll be testing them tomorrow if I complete the build today, and probably me or Shabir will be keeping the frame with the whole cord with them. So let's do the same thing with all the four motors so that they are ready to be used. And okay, well guys, so these motors are like, one is clockwise and other is anti-clockwise, so I will have to properly look at them which is the clockwise and anti-clockwise, because they work probably the same like the others, but they have a rotation to them and hence they have given a prop mount for the prop so that it doesn't fly away. Basically the propeller is the important stuff that we need. Well, everything is done. Now let's cut out the ESCs. This should be opened. Yeah, I don't need a scissor for this. Okay, well, the thing I am forgetting is the power cables. I have XT60 connectors, but I won't be having a silicon wire to give power. I hope all these parts are working. I have been waiting for them for a long time now. Well guys, follow the fpvcrazy.net blog, which you can where you can see all the stuff that we do and all the stuff that it's related to this copters. Well, I haven't opened this, so we'll need. Okay, I cannot open this by this. Oh, this is how I spoil stuff. I won't be needing it again, so it's not an issue. Okay. Well guys, this is good that they have shipped the spacers for flight controller and the Hub OSD. Well, I hope this fits on the copter very nicely. Pretty snug. Okay, and this is the main stuff. That's the flight controller. I need not open it right now, but I don't know why I'm opening it right now. Okay, this is the main chip. This is the F3 flight controller, and I haven't done any unboxing of this. I haven't used this before. Well, I don't think I will be soldering this all pins because we will be using PPM. Let's go forward with it. I will be speaking more about it when they have given a case with it, which is like a hard case, which I won't need for now. They have given some pins. They have given pins. These are the pins, and these are the cables that we need. We will be talking about them soon. I think I should put the keys back in and the pins back in because I won't be using the pins. Well, I need to keep the packet, I don't need to throw it. And the wires, I will need to check what wires, like which wire is what and all stuff. I haven't gone through any of the stuff. I suppose this is for the VBAT, that is a 5V BEC, this plug, which is the small one, and the other stuff is like cool. And okay, it's nice. It has a electronic smell, I don't know what to call it. This is our receiver. This is the used receiver which we used, like I got it from Shabir. And so let's see, we'll be using all of the stuff. This is the frame, okay, and these are the screws for it. And I don't know, I won't be mounting it right now, I won't be assembling it right now because we need to do everything on the base frame first, that is the mounting of motors and all stuff. I'll be doing it right now. I suppose this is the front because this is the tedious part actually. This is the back, so the front, okay. So the front, you have to see that which holes matches which. So this is how it matches the holes. And so this port is for basically the VTX, which I won't be putting it inside this. So let's see. Now I'll be keeping everything outside, okay. And now I will be starting with the motor mounts. I'll mount the motors and then I will solder the ESCs, and then the ESCs will be going to the flight controller. Basically what I do is I just mount everything, I just solder everything and then I mount it on the frame. But this time I will be mounting the motors first, then the ESCs, then the PDB. I don't think I require the downside, the below side of the of this PDB. Then so I will be just fixing it on this, and then I will be doing the forward video. Thank you. Everything is done, and this is the frame, and we will be putting up the motors. See to it that which motor is which. As you know that the copter flies like the front, and we have checked already which is the front and which is the back. So we'll be doing it again. So this is the back, this is the back. So yeah, these two holes are the front. We will be putting the motors accordingly. The motors rotation will be like clockwise, anti-clockwise, and this is anti-clockwise. So one is clockwise and one is anti-clockwise. Always check the motor, it has a clockwise sign on it. So this is the clockwise one, and so I will be putting it here. See to it that the wire goes inside. Like it depends on you how to put it. I'm putting it this way. So yes, all the motors, I will be using only 2 screws for this build because I have always been doing the same, and I don't think the other 2 is needed till you, like, we are only going to test it. We are not going to like go too stressful on this. So I suppose this is 2 screws should be enough. And don't over tighten the screws, just simply do it, okay guys. So you need to see to it that you have proper screwdrivers, and here I don't know, a different tool is working for me. Okay, so I think this motor is snug fit and it's good. The quality of motors is too good. Maybe I will be keeping this cord with me. I won't be giving it to Shabir if it performs well. Anyways, I have to pay him some cash if I keep this cord. And yeah, so we will repeat the same procedure with all the motors. And yeah, you can screw any two sides, and yeah,
that will be enough. cable is very messy, guys, so I have some problems. Okay, I'm just checking some of the other tools because I think I will damage the screw like the. Suppose I. Okay, this is fitting. Let's try. Okay, it's done. So again, this motor is done. It's a very smooth. It's a very smooth motor. I don't know why earlier bells were like hell, and I was like it has a bell inside like this shape. It goes inside, so it's pretty easy to like mount on the frame because it doesn't touches each other and it doesn't fight with each other. Other bells like the other motors like the Sunny Sky motors and Device motors, they literally struggle and they sometimes even rubber against the surface and that may burn your motors at times. So guys, my Allen key which I should be using, I don't have it, so I'm using this alternate tool which I bought at the last time for the printing, and yeah, that is bad not to have proper tools and they may damage the motors or the winding or the place where you put it. So guys, I have just opened two packets of screws like the motors totally because I don't think I will need more than two screws for this setup. Actually, I don't put more than two screws on any of the setups because that's enough for the motor, but we are going to crash hard, so I have to be prepared. So this is the front. So guys, this is looking too awesome. I'll just take a snap of it.
All the motors are done, and this is the part where we solder ESCs basically to check that they are rotating clockwise or anti-clockwise. Well guys, I don't know that how I will be doing this because I don't know, like I have just unplugged everything and now that setup is working, now this setup is working. So now let's figure out how to do it. First I will be taking hold of this hub OSD right now and then I will be soldering the ESCs to it. Okay, so I think I should solder the motors first. I don't know how will I be doing this, and yeah, maybe I will be working out. I will be just cutting the wires, or maybe I will just solder the wires and I will just nug it up somewhat like that. For this setup I am not putting the head shrink because it doesn't make sense. So let's see, or else I will just put the head shrink inside. I will just remove the motors and I will put the head shrink inside so that everything goes under the head shrink and it doesn't get damaged. Stay tuned, I will be back with the head shrink. So guys, this is done and now I will be cutting the ESCs, all ESCs to half the wire, so it's easy for me to like solder them and connect them to the ESCs, to the motors, sorry. And yeah, these wires are too big, like they have been kept open for like anyone who wants to like change parts with other ESCs, and you can just cut them off or like use them according to your requirements. You can even run the wires long. Doesn't make sense, but because it's like having long wires on your setup is like making it too sneezy deezy. And yeah, so you can keep the wires and you can use them, like reuse them in some other work, or else you can just throw them away. It's on you how to make it work. Well, I will be keeping these wires because I need wires sometimes and I don't have them. So guys, okay, everything is done. Now we need to solder them to the hub OSD and then work further, but I don't know, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'll just be too lazy to do it, and I'll be first checking all the rotations individually and then I will be connecting them to the hub OSD because I know I may go wrong somewhere. And yes, this is for the beginners, so it's okay. They need to know all connecting them, all the three to the three, and similarly one of the wire will be going the opposite side. So let's go with it. Keep watching. Okay, so this is soldered. Always see to it that you have removed the pre-tin, and because the tin comes from the company and you won't be knowing which tin they use, and so you should always see to it that the solder is cool, because you don't want your copter to be falling down from the sky, like from the 50 meters or so. So just put the hitch. I won't be putting the hitch ring on. I will be just checking if the motor runs cool, like the clockwise or anti-clockwise. You can check the previous video how to do it. I will be continuing back after I do all the 3 ACs, and let's see. Guys, back to the build. Well, everything is done, all ESCs are checked. I checked all the ESCs, everything is done, and everything is like moving on the right direction. Now we will move forward with the placing of ESC and placing of the hub OSD, so that I just solder them all. I need to solder the wires first, because if I put it on here and then I cannot, like this standoffs will be coming in the between, so I will be soldering the hub OSD first, and then I will be proceeding with everything. Well, you need to see to it that you just keep the power wires backwards, that is this wires, so that all the wires from the power wire comes from the behind, and you have to be ready with the VTX so that you don't mess it up. So let's go with it. I'll just fishing all the wires. Just check all wires once again so that you don't crash land anything. Okay, so these 3 are done. You can use a lighter, or you can even use your soldering iron to do the same. With this it's faster, and so I am using it. Check your wire size. Well, to go in the first go, my trick to go with the directions of the motors, my trick is that you just solder the clockwise wires as straight coming from the ESCs and the motors, and for the anti-clockwise version you have to swap one of the wires, that is the red. See, you can see it here, all the 3 wires goes to all 3 wires ESC straight, and over here this is the anti-clockwise motor, straight wire doesn't goes, the red one goes, the red one is the first wire, and these 2 wires are swapped out so that it moves anti-clockwise. Okay, so now we will be doing this. One of the motor is having a weak joint, or maybe it's like I have, okay, that's not an issue actually. We'll just, this build seems to be faster because the parts are good and I don't need to care. I need to see much about it, and this build is faster than the other ones. last ESC to be get shrinked. And yes, the copter is ready to fly actually. I can just plug in the flight controller and connect them to the flight controller with power and I can fly. We need much more things for FPV copter. We need the FPV, VTX and all. So guys, this is the basic copter that's done. Yeah, so now we will be soldering them to this. So now the wires again are too long for the copter, and now I will have to decide how to go with it. This is one of the options, or what I can do is I can just put them beneath, and yes, this can be done. And here it is. So we'll have to solder all these wires. You can check them in the other video. I will be soldering them all, and we'll come back after it's been soldered. So stay tuned, and I will just zip tie them. So check how I did it. So guys, this is the final thing. I have soldered all the ESCs to all the PDB and stuff. You can see the diagram which I will be linking to the video, and check the blog too. Well, everything is done. The FPV gear and the VTX wires and the camera wires, everything is done. The power cord is done. Everything is done finally, and now comes the VTX and the flight control. Hey guys, so everything is done. This FC is quite different and it couldn't sit inside the frame. So what I have done is again slant solder, like the pins I took was the bend pins. Now it's done basically, and just the FPV-TX is left, and the camera is to be fitted inside. That's it, and most of the stuff is done. So the next what I will be doing is I will just be arranging these wires and giving power to the FC from these wires which came from the PDB 5 volts. You can see everything from the diagrams. Everything is done. Only the arrangement is the key to this, and that's it guys. This is done, and yeah, the receiver is connected to PPM, that's the PPM, and here goes the FPV and the camera. That's it, and need some arrangement of wires, and the build is done. So let's go forward and do the other stuff. Now the last part of arranging this stuff. First I will like to plug everything in so that I don't mess it again, and this goes this way. So everything is done. Now I have to just solder these two wires, that's the power and the ground, and that will be the last thing to be done. this is quite risky basically to put it like that, but it's okay for the time being. Suppose I can use it, and now I will just put on the antenna and check if everything is working great. I will have to check it on my goggles. Guys, I got a clear image, and I got around 12.34 voltage and 3 amps it's drawing. So guys, if you can see, I don't know if you can see. Okay, so guys, that's what you can see in the goggles. It's showing 12.34 volts and 12.34, and you can see the bags lying there and everything stuff. It's too clear. It's a wide screen. It's Dominator V3 goggles, so you can see it like that. And yeah, this is the copter. It's ready, and now I will just pack it up and yeah, ready to fly. Before wrapping everything up, I also need to check that the transmitter is working correctly. For that, I mean the receiver is working correctly. For that, I need to pair my transmitter with this receiver, which I haven't done before. And yes, so that's necessary, and so I will be doing it right now. I think I need to press hold the button, and I should start it that way. I don't know how I am going to do that. Let's see how it can be worked out. I will now pair the receiver to the transmitter. For that, I will have a blog about it on fpvcrazy.net, so stay tuned to that blog. I will link everything in the description so that it's easy for you to find out. And yeah, it's pretty simple to build a quadcopter. So I will return after everything is working, and I will just pack it up and wrap the wires up, and it will be a ready copter for test flying. Thank you.